So, here's basically like how I draw things. So typically I just decide on a starting point for the thing I'm going to draw. Just go from there. So for example, I'm going to start with the fringe of the hair. In this case, yep. And yeah, just go ham doing that. So yeah, as you can see, I've got getting a basic fringe line going on here. Doing a very basic ear to begin with, like an elephant ear. There you go. So you can see I've got an ear in now. I'm not sure how else is going to go because kind of goofed on all of this. What I'm going to do is actually just rub out a bunch of these bangs here, because that's way too wide. It's going to make the head way too wide, and I have a problem with making wide heads as it is. Now I'm drawing the neckline, the like stuff that accompanies that. Just working out basic like stuff, but yeah, as you can see, I don't really use guides or references. I'm just basically going for it as is. Nose, oh, anime nose. I draw in the face details later once I've gotten everything else sorted, so I make sure I don't have any. This character's hair is very messy, very unkempt. Like it's tied at the back. So we have these like impression lines to give it that look, like so. Now, apologies for the shit lighting. It is 2:48 AM at night right now, so if it seems like this is a bit weird lighting, it's because it is. Also, don't mind the weird scab on my hand here. I was playing around, swinging sticks around like an idiot, like I'm an anime character or something, and injured myself a little bit. And there as well, that one's basically cured up. But yeah. I'm trying to remember this character. Right, she's got big, she's got horns coming out here. I forgot, yeah, this character is actually a horned character. Yeah. Okay, it's gonna do that. Hopefully that's about right. I'll just, yeah, I prefer that, yeah. Right. Just fixing up the width of the horns. Now, this is only a draft, so it doesn't need to be perfect. I'm already probably putting more effort into this than I really need to, but it is what it is. Now I'm doing the tail at the back. Oh, I just realised that is way out of kilter. One sec. Not hard to fix, just... Okay. There we go. Yeah, I'm doing very basic, like, just sketchy lines to give her some texture. Hang on, using the light so I can see a bit better. My own vision ability to see is not that great, so got pretty bad eyesight. And yeah, this lighting here, it's great for you guys, it's not so good for me. But yeah, also there's a bit of a diffusion blur on my webcam. It's not the most expensive one in the world. I mean, one sec. I mean, it was pretty cheap, but like my VTuber rigging job was like 100, and then the other things I had to set up for it was like less than like $40. So yeah, like getting this was $160. This webcam here. It's called a stream cam. It's by Logitech. It's been really reliable. So this is a very minor problem it has. It's got a very high light diffusion, which works for some things, and it's great for webcam, but yeah. Right, horn detail. So there's something I really like doing with horns. And that's just adding first doing the like textural bands, just to say that yeah, this is a horn of a thing. I don't often draw horns, but when I do, I usually do these kind of horns, and then I just add a cloth wrap around them. You'll see this in Dementia's design as well. And it leads into a little, like, off-cut, usually, or a long off-cut in Dementia's case. Hers are very overdone. Having trouble seeing still. You see, there's that texture. We go. Then again, I have a piece of cloth wrapped around it, pretty much like tinsel. And again, off-cut just goes like that. There we go. Alright, so this character's got a pretty complex outfit. And it's sporting some hecka on the boobs, so... Right, I've got the brooch or clasp for her, like, cape thing here. Well, scarf, I guess. Alright, and in that brooch we have the V. Alright. I'm just doing this from complete memory, by the way. I've drawn this character a few times now. So this, yeah. Oops. So what I really want to do with this character is have him, like, have a perspective thing where as we get closer to the bottom of their character, they get more small, like, perspectively. But that's a difficult thing to do, so we'll see how we manage. So basically what I'm going to have to do is just do the top half of the character, or like the top part of the character on this, and then just add their details on in the program I use, which will be Paint Tool SI, to draw the rest of her. It's no secret I've become pretty decent at midriffs lately. So yeah, she's got a pretty hectic midriff, this girl, and under boob. She's also like the first fifth dimensional being we've seen, like, in the flesh. Or at least as far as we can see them anyway, because the whole lore of fifth dimensional beings is like fourth dimensional beings. We're not really able to comprehend them, because they're from the fourth plane of existence. For example, fourth dimensional beings are literally four dimensional. And anything above that just is brain busting, absolutely fucking brain busting. And destroying under boob. Fun. Alright, so I'm going to have her here, pointed out. I can't remember what the exact detailing of her sleeve is. I remember she's got an asymmetrical outfit. So I'm mostly just going to leave those till when I have a reference up on screen. I mean, I could go get one now. I might just do that real quick. Because I have drawn this character before. Portfolio, traditional, scans, Nero, or N for Nero. That's P, M, and here we go, almost there. Here we go, Nero full body. Open with photos, here we go. Just don't need to be that wide, just wide, there we go. Okay. Alright, so I was a bit wrong with that. Alrighty, back to the drawing. Haha. I'm just going to keep this up on screen so I won't be able to look at my webcam all the time. But that's fine. Okay. Right, so this one, anything I need to do is that thing. Okay, it's got a Miko hem, and then emerging from that is another sleeve. Okay. My hand's way too small, what the hell? Is that like baby hand? Here we go. Oops. Oh, that looks weird. There we go. This looks weird as hell, but I'll fix the weapon thing in post when I get into Psy. Yeah, that first thing is gonna annoy the shit out of me. Yeah, that's be better. Yeah, the head's too big for the rest of the body. But these are all things I can just... I like to have the head big so I can actually properly do the facial details. And this character has pretty complex facial details as well. Right, speaking of details though, I've got to get this emblem on her left panel here. Yeah, it's a hell of an emblem. There we go. See, very complex, that one. That should be more like that, too. There we go. Okay, now for a face and all her details there. Okay, so her eyes are also, because it's fifth dimension, eyes are always going to be fucking wild. Okay, so I'm just doing the basic thing. Thankfully, it's actually mates up pretty well with the ears. They're pretty much flush with them. Have one of the ears over here, just subtle. Yeah, because it'll be behind the head. Yeah. Okay. Now the eye, I would actually argue, is too far down, but it's okay because this is just a sketch. Right. Okay. Of course, it's got a freaking weird ass tail. They won't be able to see much of this in this version. Oops. Ah, that's alright. And of course, the markings on their cheek. Alright. Trying to remember how her hair goes. Let me look. Okay, yeah, she's just got one long tail. Oh yeah, I should probably go into her name and what the hell that's all about. So, like all the administrators we've met so far, their names are based on colours, like primary or just like basic colours. For example, we have Red, Administrator Red, which is basically what Mischievia becomes after the events of. So from this one you can probably guess because her names are just both anagrams of colours. Like for example, Nero is an anagram of noir, which is black in French, and then Cabal is just an anagram of black. So yeah, she's the Archduke in black. So yeah, she's a representative of Plane 5. So she's with the administrative council that Seven has created too. So yeah, she's the Archduke in black. You got the King in yellow, of course. He's they're the overlord of the first plane, the plane 1. For plane 2, which is where all my games take place. We've got Administrator Red. And well, rather, Administrator Red's the she's not the administrator per se. She's more just she's like this one. She's basically representative. Whereas the administrator herself is just called Black. But she actually takes over on being this fella here. I keep thinking of her as a guy for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, she basically takes over. She basically is taken over when the Queen of Shadows